Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your August 2020 horoscope for Virgo Sun, Moon, or Rising. So the first thing that we have here in the month of August that we are coming off of at the moment here is a full moon in Aquarius that made a square over to Uranus. So this has been a wild full moon that has pulled you through some very intense changes here in the month of August. And this has happened here in your ninth house, where this has been about exploring more, learning more, gaining more knowledge. And so you are going through these experiences of expansion, of growth in your life here, coming off of this full moon. Moving forward on the 4th of August, we had Mercury enter into Leo, where this is now Mercury sitting in your 12th house, where there's a lot of subconscious work to do here. With Mercury here in your 12th house, there's a lot that's coming up on a subconscious level that needs to be healed and worked through. These blocks, these patterns, these cycles coming up on a subconscious level. Moving forward on the 7th, here today we have Venus entering into the sign of Cancer, where this is happening back in your 11th house, where this is a big time of making sure that your dreams, your friendships, your connections are actually of value to you. Looking at your future goals, your ambitions, your dreams, your hopes, making sure that these plans that you have for yourself are truly of value and worth to you. So a lot of shifts and changes happening here for those of you with Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is a big time of growth, of inner work here in the month of August. Now on the 15th of August, we have Uranus stationing retrograde. We're just coming off of that Uranus square over to the full moon in Aquarius, where now Uranus is stationing retrograde, and we have not seen Uranus retrograde since the beginning of this year when Uranus came out of retrograde. So this is Uranus stationing retrograde, and this is happening in your ninth house, where there's a lot of rethinking to do in terms of, once again, your plans for the future, your goals, your adventures, what you are seeking to learn and discover. And so a lot of really looking into those future plans, those future goals, and making sure that everything is in full alignment, that everything is resonating with you fully in your life. For those of you with Virgo rising especially, but once again, if you are Virgo Sun or Moon, you may resonate with this as well. Moving forward on the 18th of August, we have a new moon in Leo. And remember, this is happening because we had 2 new moons in Cancer. So we had that full moon lunar eclipse that happened there on the 5th of June, which pulled us into a 3-part eclipse season with that new moon solar eclipse in Cancer in the middle. And then we followed it off with another new moon in Cancer. So this is a new moon in Leo that is ending with a cycle of a full moon in Pisces, where this is all about your hopes, your dreams, what you want to experience. And this is happening back in your 12th house, where this literally is connected to your dreams and what you want to unfold in your life. So this is about going deep within and really taking a look at, what are your future plans? What are your goals? What are your expectations? What are your dreams? And where are the subconscious blocks, fears, and patterns that need to be undone so that you can make these dreams a reality? Because remember that after this new moon, this will be a moon in your first house. Following this on the 22nd, after this Sun, Moon, and Mercury that is sitting there back in your 12th house, all of this subconscious work focusing on your dreams, your plans for the future, what you want to see materialize, we finally have the Sun entering into your first house. So this is the Sun entering into the sign of Virgo, your very own sign, where this is going to be a time of expressing yourself more, putting yourself out there more, starting to see your goals and your dreams come into fruition, to materialize. So there's a lot here in terms of the deep inner work that needs to take place to remove these blocks, remove these fears, remove these obstacles from making your dreams something that can be seen here in the physical. So a lot of internal work going on here for those of you with Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And that was a look at the major transits here in the month of August. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the cards. And for the month of August, I did pull from the Rider Tarot deck as well as the Barbie Aries Zodiac Oracle deck. So taking it a little bit old school as we're going back to our older decks here. And the first card coming up from the Rider Tarot deck is the Five of Wands in reverse. This is an inner conflict. So once again, we have to see where are these blocks, where are these fears, where are these patterns that need to be worked through. Understanding these challenges and obstacles that are happening internally. So once again, for many of you, this is something that is happening here on a subconscious level, right? We talked a lot about how we have this Mercury, Sun, and Moon that is highlighting that 12th house of Leo as we're here in Leo season. So there's a lot to work out here on a subconscious level, going deeper, tapping into the feelings, tapping into the fears, the blocks, and working through this. And so for many of you, great time for meditation, great time for just sitting in stillness, journaling, taking down notes, making sure that you are looking at everything that is going on internally with you. And remember that we have this Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter retrograde happening in your 5th house of Capricorn, where there is a lot of this block, this fear, this transformation that has to take place around expressing yourself, getting your ideas out there, once again going along with those dreams, those goals that you have for yourself, along with that South Node in your 4th house, where there's a lot of reevaluating and revisiting the past and looking to see, okay, where are my comfort zones at? Where are my fears, my blocks of where I want to stay in the past? And how do we push past that to move forward so that we can reach that Rahu that is sitting up there in your 10th house of career, of status, of what you want to see materialize here in the real world. So big time of really looking deep within and seeing where are those blocks, where are those fears, where's that inner conflict that is stopping me from getting to my achievements and my goals. Next card here from the Rider Tarot deck is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So once again, going along with this inner conflict, things are out of balance, things are out of alignment within yourself. And so really understanding how to unblock these fears, these obstacles that are in the way will help you bring things back into alignment so that you can once again materialize your dreams and your goals into reality. So big time of really looking deep within, bringing things back into alignment, back into balance, and finding a way to pull your dreams into reality regardless of the blocks, of the conflict, of the difficulties that are happening here internally. Next card here is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So big time where many of you are rejecting any assistance or help as you're going through this time. And so it is a big time to remember that it is okay for you to receive assistance, to receive help, to receive guidance at this time, remembering that Neptune is stationed retrograde in your 7th house. Where this is a time where you want to make sure that you are connecting with others, making sure that you are bouncing ideas off of others, making sure that you are seeking the assistance that you need, but also being mindful and cautious of the information that is coming in as well, as this is a Neptune retrograde where you have to discern the truth from the falsehood in your relations, in your connections with others. So big time of, once again, going deep within, doing this inner work, this inner navigation, to make the improvements, the adjustments, so that you can pull your dreams into reality. But it's also okay for you to receive some guidance or help at this time. Next card here is the Ten of Cups in reverse. So many of you are rejecting this happiness. And for some of you, with this Three of Pentacles in reverse and this Ten of Cups in reverse, you're rejecting help from your close ones, from your loved ones, from your family, right? So this is a big time where if you are seeking this happiness, this joy in your life, that you want to still be open to others helping and assisting you in your life. Also, it's a big time where some of you are rejecting your own happiness. And so once again, getting those values into alignment with that Venus that's entering into Cancer in your 11th house, getting your values in alignment, making sure that your goals, your plans, what you're working on, investing your time into, is something that truly is of value and worth to you. Because remember that we have this Chiron that is sitting in your 8th house, where there are a lot of fears and insecurities and wounds about this emotional fulfillment, this deeper connection, where there's a lot here in terms of what you desire, with Lilith sitting there in your 8th house as well, on a deeper level, looking for this deeper emotional fulfillment of what truly nurtures you and what truly fulfills you in your life. So a lot of subconscious work to do here, a lot of opening yourself up to accepting and receiving the gifts of others and the universe at this time, but also accepting of yourself as well. And so as you're sitting in this space, are you fully in love with yourself? Are you fully valuing yourself? Are you fully aware of that self-worth? It's a big time for you, especially with this Mercury that is sitting back in your 12th house, of really doing that subconscious work, really taking notes, really listening to your inner self, making sure that everything that is coming in is of true worth and value to you, and seeing where those blocks and those fears need to be released in your life. Moving on to the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle deck, our first card here is Earth. So once again, focusing on what it is that you need to materialize your dreams into reality. And so once again, where are the fears, where are the blocks that are stopping you from pulling these dreams, these visions, these goals, this inspiration into something that is actual, into something that is physical? Remember that your traditional card, your traditional ruler, is represented by the Magician, right? Mercury, the Magician, is all about taking those thoughts, those ideas, and making it a reality, taking those practical steps, which is what you are all about, Virgo. So big time of really looking at what's stopping you, what's blocking you from using your natural skills and talents, of really pulling your dreams into something that is real, as you have Gemini sitting up there in your 10th house, where this is all about how can we take those logical ideas, those plans, those thoughts, and turn it into something that is real. Next, we have the Moon in reverse. So big time, once again, subconscious work. The Moon is connected to our subconscious nature, and this is in reverse, where this is time to turn inward. It's time for you to look deep within to your subconscious, tap into your feelings, see where you're at, see where those fears and insecurities are at, those blocks that need to be removed. Some of you dealing with anxiety, some of you dealing with stress at this time. Being very much aware of, where do I need to do the deep inner work at? Following that, we have Mercury in reverse, once again going along with Mercury being back in your 12th house, where it is time for you to evaluate yourself. It's time for you to go within, to take notes on how are you feeling, where are the fears, where are the blocks, what is the work that needs to be done. And so for many of you, big time for journaling, for meditating, for doing any sort of deep inner work where you are going in and you are taking note of how you're feeling and what needs to be done to move past this, to work through this. Last card here is Pisces in reverse. So once again, you need to believe in your dreams. You need to find a way to create and bring these dreams into reality. And remembering that we have Pisces sitting in your 7th house, where many of you are able to create your dreams through connection, right? Many of you with that 10 of Cups in reverse and that 3 of Pentacles in reverse, big time of not rejecting assistance or help. It is okay for you to receive some help, especially if this help is coming from the universe, from going deep within, forming these deeper connections. So that was your horoscope for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Thanks so much for joining. If you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. I also want to mention that I am offering a class on astrology that can be found in the Facebook private group, Astrology Class with Daquan Jones, as well as on Udemy and on Patreon. Also, some exclusive content coming up that you can get on Patreon if that is something that you are interested in. So I will leave the link for all 3 in the description as well as the comments. Also, feel free to join the group Astro Metaphysical Love and Light on Facebook. It is a free group where you could share your spiritual wisdom, motivational advice, or simply just peace and love. So feel free to join that group as well. And I want to thank you all once again so much for joining. I hope you all have a great day. And I want to thank all the spirits who have joined in today to make this message possible. I will see you all in the next video.